r/AskReddit. What's the most embarrassing / cringy thing you've accidentally shown someone, or something they accidentally saw, while using your phone or computer? My fiancée was sending me some sexy nudes on Snapchat one day. She had a bit too much to drink by this time. I got all of them, but so did one of her sisters and a few she accidentally posted to her story. Luckily one of her female friends saw it and told her, so she could delete them before anyone else saw them. Her sister snapped her back a thumbs up that said, "Didn't want to see that, but hey, nice vag. Lol." She was incredibly embarrassed naturally, and it took a while before I got saucy pics again. Was talking to some cute girl, it was going well, and gave her my phone to add me on Facebook. Her profile was the first profile on the recent Facebook searches. I was out of curiosity checking out my friend's GF on Facebook, like not stalking her or sexualizing her. I met her once, she seemed nice, wanted to see what she was all about. My friend knocked on my door and I answered, and he came in my room and I just wasn't thinking about what I was doing, because it was harmless. Then he saw my screen, and was like, "Why the fuck are you checking out my GF?" Edit. We laughed about it. He knew I wasn't trying to double dip, but it was an awkward moment. I was kind of on the flip side of this, when my uncle was going through pictures of my baby cousin on his phone, and swiped too far to show me a picture of my auntie standing completely naked in a doorway. The image is still burned into my mind. Way back when, I was playing a bunch of World of Warcraft. This was back when people were making funny machinima YouTube videos constantly, and I had them downloaded to my computer so I could show my friends. Then one day, I set up a very early version of Plex, video streaming software, on my computer, and I hook up my TV for a small party. Little did I know, Plex scans your media library and then runs out to the internet to find a cover image that Plex thinks matches your movies, so that you have a thumbnail to click when you want to watch that video. For some of my WoW YouTube videos, it found pictures of orcs and elves ducking, and threw that up on the screen. The girl I liked at the party, "What the duck is that?" Me, borderline speechless. I have no ducking idea. Had the minister of my church at my house. He wanted to upload music from his laptop onto my Zune. Tells you when this was. He turns it on and the Zune immediately displays a topless picture of my fiancée, a girl he's known since birth, having been best friends with her parents. He just clears his throat and says, "I didn't see that." The rest of my time with him that day was incredibly awkward, but he never brought it back up again. Edit. To clear up any confusion, the picture was on my Zune that I had taken. The pastor knew nothing about it prior to seeing it. Not exactly accidental, but when I was 15 my mom was snooping through my phone and found a text that said, "I wish I could have a girl with boobs so big I could suffocate in them." That was a cool fun time for me. Handed my mom my phone to show her a picture of something or other. Didn't think. Next thing I know, she starts swiping. "Mom, you need to stop. Right now." Swipe. Why? I never get to see your pictures. Swipe. Swipe. Stop. Attempt to grab phone. Look of horror on mom's face because I have pictures of my duck on there. Dude I used to lift with. His phone is face up on the floor next to the bench bar. Literally every day at the gym she'd be texting pics of everything. What's funnier is she'd be texting him, "Come home to have this," and he'd just keep lifting. It was odd. A friend was showing us his holiday pictures and accidentally swiped too far and showed us all a selfie of his asshole, then one of his balls, when he tried to fix it. In my younger years working in desktop support, we had a guy complaining that his computer was running slow. It was literally full of horse porn. This was back in the 90 MHz Pentium days and long before people had anything better than a 57.7, correction 56K, baud modem in their house. I had to show my boss and point out that obviously, this guy was using company bandwidth. We had a fractured T1 at the time that we paid out the nose for to download non-work related material onto his company laptop, clearly in the office. This was also the same dude who got caught putting breast milk in his coffee, so there may have been a few issues there. My partner showed his friend some pictures from a vacation years ago, and he scrolled too far back, and he accidentally showed them my nudes. I was 5 feet away and died. Me and my friends played this game in high school, where we'd send each other the most vile, disgusting images we could find. We would all be playing Xbox, get bored, and someone would send some nasty shit to indicate the game has begun. We'd stop once everyone agreed that the last thing sent couldn't be topped. It almost always devolved into porn of various pop culture icons, usually in video games or cartoons. One time, my uncle called me in the middle of this game. We chat, and he asks to speak to my mom. I give my mom the phone, completely forgetting about what's happening. I go back to my Xbox, hear my troglodyte friends giggling about what they're sending, and start looking for my phone. Oh duck. I run downstairs, after I remember that Pandora's box of animated atrocities is opening up in my mother's ear right now. As I turn the corner, we lock eyes. Shock and disgust. She turns the phone to me, and on the screen, clear as day, is an image of Wario in a BDSM leather suit farting on a nude princess beach. I took the phone, and never said a word. Never heard a word about it either. I went back upstairs, and kept playing the game. I was helping a man with some kind of intellectual impairment download a Bible app onto his phone. I had to go into his browser to search something for him, and it was all porn. About 50 tabs open, each showing what term he'd put into Google, and the search terms were the kind that a 10-year-old would use. I finished getting him the app, and attempted to peace out, although not before having to tactfully decline giving him my phone number. During college my girlfriend worked night shifts, so I would sometimes crash at her place, that way I'd be there when she got off in the mornings. One night her roommates had a few people over to drink, and I, being alone, decided to crank one out. Spent about 3 to 5 minutes watching some material, wondering why the audio wouldn't work on my phone. Then I hear an eruption of laughter from the kitchen. It was a small apartment. Turns out I was the last one that connected to the Bluetooth speaker they were using, and was blasting my porn audio to an apartment full of people. I have never been so embarrassed in my life, and I laid there for what felt like an eternity afterwards, listening to them all die laughing. I shared a link to my photographer friend's website on Facebook. After she and I did a project together, I body painted some models. She took the photos. What I forgot was that there was also a page of nude photos of me from a photoshoot I had modeled for. I'm not exactly shy about nudity, but I also didn't mean to show off those pics to everybody I knew. I also once sexted nudes and dirty requests to my dad instead of my BF in a drunken mistake. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it.